and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
ZenWorld Premium CBD offers full and broad-spectrum CBD oil, extracts, and capsules, which are designed to help you feel your best. Their products are sourced from the best organic hemp and natural ingredients on the market and are tested for quality, purity, and potency. They have a full range of items from health and wellness to beauty to pets. Call 725-205-9223. Visit online at zenworld.com or stop by their location at 9895 South Maryland Parkway and Silverado Range Parkway. Mention KSHP for 10% off in-store or use code KSHP online for 15% off.
Buckle up. Let's go for a ride. It's the Wayne Coy Show. Live from Las Vegas, this is the Wayne Coy Show.
We got to get you in the right mood here. Set the table. My magic organ.
Games. Take me out to the ground. I need some peanuts.
Well, that was a magic moment there. Mike Piscotty, who at that time played for the Oakland A's, hit a home run in his first at-bat after his mom passed. Well, the years have gone by, but the pain is still there. There's no way around that. The good news is that they've taken all of that emotion, the whole family has, and redirected it. And if you're new to ALS Cure, there's an opportunity for you to find out everything you need to know about it and meet the guy who's really behind it. That's Steven's dad, Mike Piscotty, who's on with us right now. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Wayne, so great to see you. I've heard of you from you a bit since you've been to Vegas. I always think you're one of the guys with the biggest smile and the biggest heart, and so it's great to see you. Even love you sporting the silver and black there, big guy.
Yeah, that's not going to change. In fact, I told them they followed me here.
We might have the A's following you there soon. I was
going to say we'll get into maybe that as well, a double follow. But all right, well, catch us up. First of all, how old is Steven now?
Steven is 32 years old.
32, okay.
Yeah.
And he has how many brothers?
He has two. Steven's the oldest. He's 32. Nick's the middle boy. He's 30, and he played a little ball himself. He went to he was drafted out of high school as a pitcher by the Royals, but he went to Duke instead, and then ended up having some arm issues. But so he got to play a little ball. My youngest, Austin, was shortstop at St. Mary's College. Got drafted by the A's, and now he's an accountant. So Steven's still hanging on a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Baseball, and he's now with the White Sox organization. So.
Which is kind of crazy, right? Because I know he was in the Midwest before with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little bit of a return to that part of the country for him. Does he like it there in the Midwest?
Yeah, particularly in the St. Louis, Kansas City area, those are just some of the best baseball fans, that are around, right?
You can say barbecue, Mike. It's okay.
But he's actually excited to see if he can get called back up with the White Sox. He's in AAA, kind of getting his swing back now, and now that they've picked him up on a minor league contract, he's hoping he'll get an opportunity up there. It'll be great. The Cardinals were playing the White Sox when he had his first at bat in the majors.
So there you go.
What's
the word? It's serendipity.
There you go. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, right. So he was with the Giants for a minute, right? And that would have been kind of nice because it would have been close for Dad to get out to the ballpark.
Yeah, we're hopeful. We're grateful the Giants gave an opportunity in spring training, and he had a good spring. And
He did. It's just a crowded outfield over there.
So we were a little surprised that he got released, but all in all, you work hard and good things will happen to you.
Heck yeah. So by way again of introduction, if you don't mind, I mean, we heard that piece there at the beginning where Stephen hit that home run.
Yeah.
Can you take us back to, I guess maybe from well, first of all, your wife was just a trooper. I mean, she was at every game for all the boys, as were you. And then you got this news. So how did you deal with that?
Well, it was an interesting life. We raised our family, in Pleasanton, Livermore area. I coached a lot of baseball. There were times that I coached all three teams at the same time because I'm a bit of a nut like that. Gretchen supported me in that, and she was just the ultimate team mom. Fast forward after she passed, we were given the George Bush Little League Parents of the Year award.
Whoa.
A little bit after that, and it was an organization that we truly grew up with and appreciated when the boys were younger, and life was kind of going kind of good. Stephen was actually with the Cardinals at that point. Nick was pitching at Duke. Austin, I think, probably, I don't know if he had started at St. Mary's or not at that point, but life was kind of going along, and then Gretchen started feeling some symptoms in her of like drop foot. She was under her gait. I remember walking through St. Louis in the airport. She goes, "Do you hear my gait sounds kind of funny?" And she's kind of a complop sort of thing. So we went and had it looked at, and for a long time, people thought it might be her back, and there's some sort of nerve damage, and so you start down this path where you're kind of investigating a lot of things. She actually had a back surgery, and when that didn't do it, we started seeing neurologists, and then you do tons of the nerve tests, and then you start doing this stuff where you're getting tests for Parkinson's and heavy metals and a number of these neurological things that cause neurological disease, and you're hoping you have one of them because the last thing when you don't have it, the diagnosis is ALS, and
right.
Unfortunately that happened, and we were at UCSF, good people there, but it's just the hardest thing. Gretchen called it the day the bomb dropped. And, you just really kind of, I remember sitting in the parking lot afterwards just thinking, well, we know that this is not a curable disease, right, at this point. And you're just going to make a pact to make every day the greatest day it could be, because that's the day God's given you, right? So, we started off on that path. And
how much did you know about ALS? I'm guessing nothing, really. Right.
Very little, honestly. Yeah. I knew of Lou Gehrig's disease. Funny kind of her. Stephen in high school had to write an essay, and he chose Lou Gehrig. And
seriously,
I remember, yeah. And
before Gretchen was diagnosed. Wow.
When Stephen was in high school, and so I edited it a little bit too, so I probably learned my little bit about ALS probably from reading his high school term paper.
Yeah. So this is a learning curve for the whole family. How's Gretchen's demeanor and her attitude and her spirit? How is all of that throughout?
She was an amazing. She's always been an amazing person. She was a very social person. Just had tons of friends. She's one of those type of people that you would talk to, and she wants to hear about how you're doing, right? And so that's kind of how she went, and that endeared her to a lot of people. Those friends really came around and supported her tremendously during this time. At some point, you become, with ALS. Basically, what happens with ALS is your nerves break down, in a sense, the ones that transmit the signal from your brain to your muscles to move, and those are called motor neuron cells. They make up your nervous system, and those motor neuron cells in ALS die for some reason. We don't know why, but they do. And so you kind of, as they're dying, you lose the ability to control different muscles in your body, right? And so it's a progression, right? You start off, you're having trouble walking, and then maybe one day now you can't walk anymore. Now you're in a wheelchair. Maybe one day you can't swallow, or you have a hard time breathing, and so your body's just really losing its ability to control the muscles that need to keep you alive. And as we started getting into more of the paralysis state, if you will, where you can't really move your legs or your arms all that much. I had just we call them the night angels. There were 6 of Gretchen's friends that would come one every night, and I'd start off with Gretchen in the bed. I was still trying to work half time, and so I would stay there till maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I'd kind of tag out, and then the night angel would come in, one of our friends, and help her with the rest of the day, and I'd go off work till noon and get back and take care of things. So I was Gretchen's caregiver, in a sense, along with his team. As someone becomes paralyzed and you can't move, you have to go from your chair to the bed to the toilet to the
Sure. And that all involves somebody else.
All these lifts, and so I did every lift for her. I was glad that I could, and I had the strength to do it. So it was a fair amount of work. She always kept a great attitude about it. She always welcomed her friends, and it's something that as I talk to a lot of people about ALS, Wayne, and they call me and say, hey, an uncle or a sister or somebody has just been diagnosed, and would you mind talking to them about it? I spend that time because I've been there, right? I walked those that path, and Gretchen was just amazing. We were so proud of her, and really one of the reasons that clearly we just had a lot of love for her, but we were also so I guess honored and proud of her. But how she was, she brought ESPN, let ESPN come in for 2 days, because that
piece is something else, man.
And it was not showing her in her best light. We got all kinds of equipment on her, and she said, as long as nobody has to suffer my fate, bring them on. So we really felt that after she passed, it took me about a month to decompress. And I remember I was on working out at the club, and I saw that Dwight Clark passed away about a month after Gretchen did. And
ALS as well.
It was ALS. And so that was kind of I took that as my, little cue to get off the couch, to stop pouting and honor her. So that's basically when I decided that we would, really start looking into how we could work towards getting us a cure for ALS. And I started learning a lot at that point.
How are the boys at this point? I mean, obviously, besides being distraught after losing their mom, were they also like, look, Dad, we got to make a difference, and we're into whatever we have to do, we're going to do it?
Yeah, everybody grieves in a different way, Wayne. And I think they came in more gradually. I wouldn't say, we decided we wanted to do this, but it's really painful, right? And so it took them just a little bit of time. It was just really a matter of months. And then once we got going, Stephen really stepped up for sure. And being kind of the face, since he's a celebrity a bit in terms of the Major Baseball piece, we thought that could help. And the other boys took other roles, and there we went off down the road trying to figure out. Speaking of roles, I was the Oakland A's have been huge supporters of me, and they put me on payroll as the ALS what was my advocate or something like that, and so they actually funded me to go to international ALS conferences to learn about where we were with the research and trying to.
Okay, then fine. I take back everything I've said in the last week. No, I don't. Okay.
It's hard. I was a season ticket holder for about 35 years for the A's, so it's a little challenging for me.
Same boat
as well.
Well, okay. Well, that's cool, and that gave you a chance to sort of spread the gospel and I've been indoctrinated. I've been able to sort of see up close what your organization does. It's ALS Cure, not to be confused with any other organization that's out there. What makes you unique, though, is every penny that you raise goes towards finding a cure, correct?
Yeah, we're that is a unique aspect, and I'm really happy with it. Comes with its own challenges a bit, but we're 100% volunteer. We have 9 board members, all work gratis. I've got a research council of some of the top ALS doctors in the country, and they all work gratis on the research council as well, and advice, give us some advice. But yeah, we pay. I think it's probably 98%. Honest, I think we have to pay for MailChimp and a few things, but we don't have any salaries to pay, no offices to rent, and no lavish board retreats for us. So we're real serious about really leveraging the dollars that come in. We raise them privately, so it's through things like golf tournaments and country music concerts, and we got a Top Golf event coming up, dinner galas, and then obviously you get some straight donations as well. But when that money comes in, it's gold to us, and we work real hard to make sure it goes to the research that we think is the most urgently needed to get us towards a cure. I kind of want people to know that with ALS right now, we don't have obviously we don't have a cure. We don't know why the disease starts. We don't know why it progresses, and we really don't have a biomarker, which is also known as a test for ALS, which is why Gretchen went through. I mentioned all those different tests, and when you don't have one of those, you have ALS. Well, things really haven't changed that much since Gretchen passed in terms of that. But one of the things that's important, Wayne, is we have to come up with a target for the therapies. I tell people, think of the COVID ball, right? Everybody can think of that little spike ball. Now we see that, and guess what? Now there's vaccines, right? And so there's treatments. And then with ALS, we don't have that COVID ball. So not having the knowledge about why the disease starts and progresses and tests, this inhibits the pharmaceutical companies from wanting to invest because it's too risky. And so we're trying to de-risk that. With our research, what we're doing,
feel like they're just spending money and they're not going to see any results for what they're putting in.
Drug companies are kind of like oil companies. If you look at it from a business model, they prospect, right? They take 10 or 12 drugs that they invest lots of money in, and if one of them hits, it carries the whole company, right? But to get them to put that kind of money into drug development for ALS doesn't make sense because they don't really know what they're targeting. Right. There's a few cases. There's one, the SOD1. There's just an announcement that SOD1, there's a therapy that was developed for it, and it's a bit of an anomaly in ALS. It accounts for about 3% of the ALS patients. It's genetic. It's horrible. So could be passed down 50-50 chance to your kids. And that
I did not know that. Really, 50%.
Yeah, 50-50 chance, right? So if you have a child, you have ALS, you have the gene, you and your wife have a child, that gene has a 50-50 chance of going into that child, right? And there's others. There's C9orf, there's a few others, but this SOD1, it was awesome. FDA approved an early access drug that hopefully will help some in that for those SOD1 patients. It's not, I don't believe, a cure. I think it's still a bit of a slow it down drug where, and there's a few out there that people have tried that hopefully will slow disease progression down, right? And if given early, it's good. If you're in the latter stages of ALS and your quality of life isn't that great, being kind of fully paralyzed and not be able to breathe on your own, and you may or may not want that to go on that much longer, right?
Right.
It's almost like you're on life support, right?
And it's not just a U.S. thing. I mean, this is a disease that is around the world. How is the rest of the world in terms of awareness and activity?
It's amazingly, I would say in Europe, Canada, Australia, or some Italy, Netherlands, I guess all of Europe, maybe. There's some fairly active research going on there, and one of the things that we do, I mentioned I coached a lot, and a lot. But I believe in teamwork and synergy. You always show up with 12 kids every year, and you don't need 12 shortstops, right? So everybody's got to find their role in order for that team to be effective. And so we, I really wanted to get more of a team, really an international team to the table here. And so I started this about 2 years ago during COVID. Actually, it was 3 years ago during COVID. I started something called the ALS Innovation Symposium. And that year, I think we had about 85 international researchers, probably from 5 countries. And we got them together in workshop style to allow them to just communicate with each other, collaborate, look for synergistic ideas, novel ideas. We created our first roadmap to a cure strategic document. That grew. Next year, I think we had 115 researchers. This year, I think we're at 150 at this point. We have 150 international researchers from 19 nations represented, and it's the same sort of format. We had an awesome virtual platform. You show up into the plenary session, and then we create. We have an advisory council, international advisory council. We create topics and questions for the breakouts, and these researchers, who many of them have never met each other before, get into these workshops, and it's amazing what comes out of them, Wayne. Actually, I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. And this is the kind of
That's how you get a cure, I think, right? You get people that are all working on it separately, and then they share information. It's like, really, I thought that too. Yeah. And then you go down that path, maybe.
Yeah. Last year, Wayne, we funded. We wanted to do a little more than just create a plan. So we funded $150,000 worth of seed research projects. There was 3 that were selected, and doing some amazing work. One of them, for instance, is using organoids that are developed from stem cells in the Netherlands at the University of Utrecht. And that project is working with Lawrence Livermore Lab that has a brain on the chip platform. And you can think of these motor neuron cells with electrodes on them. And so it's able to, you're able to simulate in a dish. They're able to grow motor neurons in a dish, first of all, and they're able to actually connect to each other. They have these little things called axons that are like roots. And those roots are what allows one cell to connect to the next, right? It's called an axon. And so now we have that on at Livermore with the brain on the chip, and they're working with the organoid folks in the Netherlands. And so this kind of, really out of the box sort of thinking, right? Yeah. They would have never connected if they hadn't come to the symposium and had those conversations. So, all I'm doing is providing a platform, right? And then trying to get people together to give them an opportunity to have the discussions. We try to raise some of our funds and incent them to work together. Our seed research projects require minimum of 2 researchers from 2 different countries have to be involved in order to do it, because we're really trying to put our money where our mouth is about wanting an international team.
Well, and speaking of, I mean, it's obviously not inexpensive. Research is expensive, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a never-ending need for you to continue to keep putting gas in the car, because if you don't, all the work you've done up to this point, it would be a horrible thing. So we have to keep it going, right?
Absolutely. It's very, very helpful to keep the machine oiled and keep it moving. I mean, the more we can do, I'm always very excited to see the new roadmap each year, right? And some tremendous opportunities there. And yet we can only fund a portion of it, right? And so the more funds we raise, the more we can support that. Certainly, folks, hear this and there's interest in wanting to fund a seed research project. Maybe that doesn't make the cut. It won't be because it's not a good idea. It's going to be because we ran out of money, right? And but what I've seen, and the reason we've chosen to do seed, we're not giving out money like DOD and NIH and others, but we wanted to be impactful. So we're working on, again, the basic research, but we're trying to be novel, and we're trying to do this. What I think is very helpful is when you do these seed projects, because oftentimes a new collaboration gets formed, and it could be a very awesome idea, like the organoids and brain on the chip, for instance. And that work in itself could then be, those researchers could apply for larger grants from the government, for instance.
Okay.
Right? And then so that money kind of magnifies itself, right? And so that's why we call it seed, because we hope that when we choose something, that they'll have an opportunity then to continue that work.
And it grows. Yeah.
And it grows. Yeah.
So how can people help? If you're hearing this right now, whether you live in the Bay Area, you live in Las Vegas, or anywhere around the world, what can people do?
Particularly folks that are around the world, the best thing that is to donate. We are a 501(c) charity. You get your tax receipts, all of that. You can do that at alscure.org, alscure.org, and you can donate. We welcome donations. They can also reach out to me. You have to let me know if I can share my email here. I don't know if I can. But
do whatever you want, Mike. It's my show. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm Mike P. And Mike AEP at
E for Piscotty
at alscure.net. And if you have any ideas, sometimes it's great if folks have the discretionary money, but not in this economy, not everybody has it, right? To be honest, but and every little bit helps. That's one way. Others are to maybe have a novel idea on how we could do a fundraiser. We're looking at doing one up on a boat up in Seattle this summer, and some other things. I'm always wanting to have fun with our events. So I always say we put the fun in fundraising.
Well, probably, I think the most viral fundraise ever started on the internet, and it was ALS that got it going, correct?
Yep. That went. That was the bucket challenge, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So I'm very open to ideas if folks have that. Again, it may not be that you have that much discretionary money to donate, but maybe you have a great idea that you think would be fantastic in your neck of the woods, wherever that might be.
Or time,
feel
right?
free to reach out, because we don't mind traveling and trying to support. It's something that we work hard at, and again, that's how we put gas in the tank, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, we've got a Top Golf here, been here for a little while. So if this event that you're about to do does as well as I think it's going to, I think you need to bring the show to Vegas. And how about Boise, Idaho? They just got a brand new Top Golf.
Is that right? It is so much fun, Wayne. I'd like to do more of them, honestly. We did it last year. And in the San Jose Top Golf, it was brand new last year. Beautiful facility, great, decor, and it was, people had the most fun. Oh my goodness! We get together for about 3 hours, and basically we're eating and drinking and golfing, right? Yeah. And playing these games, and they're, you don't have to be any good at it, right? Which is awesome. Right. It was all we put different games up there. Some are for the experts, and some are just for fun. But people were hooting and hollering. Oh my God!
I think, Mike, the secret is that you don't have to be a golfer to go to Top Golf and just have a great time.
No, and we have a spectator ticket. If you want to just come and join in on the fun, that's great. Or, it really is a hoot, and we're excited. We'll have some former players there, major league players. I think Mighty Joe Blanton from the A's is going to come, and Aaron Miles is coming, and there's a guy who I can't wait to meet. I haven't met him yet. I've seen some interviews. His name is Tiny Felder, and played for the Giants, and an outfielder. And I'm really excited to have him. I think he's going to be a hoot. And we're hoping maybe a few of the Giants guys might show up. We got an off day for the Giants, so we're still hopeful that a couple will be able to.
So you haven't completely disowned them, because they cut Steven. So
I'm a baseball fan, and it's it's when it comes down to it, it's a business is a business. It clearly didn't feel great, but
right.
We're glad he landed on his feet, and
I like how you just move on. I live vicariously through you in that regard. 'Cause I linger, and I probably shouldn't. So we got to get a cure for this thing, Mike. I know it's something that you guys are working hard on, and I just think that, well, this is May 1st, and this is ALS Awareness Month. So we're starting off on the first day of the month. We wasted no time. So if you have questions, one more time, please give out that website. It's alscure.org. Do I have that right?
alscure.org. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And when is the Top Golf event in San Jose?
San Jose, it's May 18th. It's a Thursday. Going to be some awesome food. We got some great food. Drinks are wonderful, and guaranteed to have a good time. It'll put a smile on your face, and we'll do some good for folks that are suffering this disease. So
I
would love to see you guys come out.
I love your spirit, Mike. I love all the hard work that you've put in, and I love the fact that it won't be for naught, no matter what. I mean, the ball's definitely being kicked down the road, and somebody has to be able to be kind of up at the front of the line. Leaders lead in times like this, and that's what you do. So thank you very much for that.
I appreciate that. We called this the ALS Cure Project because projects have an end, and the end for us is when we have a cure, and then I go fishing, and and that's it. So not looking to materially benefit from this. We're just I don't want that day anymore to come where I hear the next person calls, hey, my sister has ALS, and, whatever. We just kind of want to get that over with. I really think that the technology exists, and if we put an international team together, we're gonna come up with a cure. I just really want to reach out. Thank you again. I'm glad I wore my colorful shirt because I knew you'd be wearing something good. So I didn't no idea what you were going to wear, but I had an idea it was going to be. You got the memo, even though I didn't send one. No, I just know you. So that's all it is. Thank you, sir. Mike Piscotty. Thanks for inviting me on, buddy. Appreciate you got it. He is the president of the ALS Cure Project charity. And again, if you want to go to the website, alscure.org/donate, if you can do that, that would be great for you to do. It is ALS Awareness Month. And I guess the main thing is find out as much about it as you can and then tell other people and get involved. Don't just sit on the sidelines. Help out if you can, and a cure can be done. We can get there, okay? Appreciate that.
Hi there, this is Kirby Scofield, Scofield Realty here in Las Vegas. Real estate is always changing, be it a buyer's market, a seller's market. At Scofield Realty, it's your market. Buying or selling, we have the team and the tools to work the market so it works for you. We are excited that we're on the Wayne Coy Show. Our results blessed us with the Zillow Flex partnership roughly about 2 years ago due to our consistent conversion and customer service scores. With conversion, that means we can close. And with our customer service scores, you're going to get the best service possible. We're always looking for agents led by mentorship, resources, and experience. We are your guide. Find us. KirbyForYou.com. That's KIRBY, the number 4, the letter U.com. KirbyForYou.com or call 702-766-9538. Again, 702-766-9538.
Do you need low-priced, quality health insurance for any reason right now? Then call myhealthinsurance.com today. We specialize in helping American workers find affordable health insurance. You can save money on dental, vision, prescription drugs, too. Our message is simple. If you want affordable health insurance for you and your family, even if you have a medical condition, call right now. Is right now the best time for you to start looking for affordable health insurance? We have hundreds of plans to choose from. With one free phone call, you can learn about an affordable health insurance plan that fits your budget. Don't wait. It's a free call. Call now.
800-876-7061. 800-876-7061. 800-876-7061. That's 800-876-7061.
MyHealthInsurance.com is owned and operated by IHC Specialty Benefits, a licensed insurance agency. We are not an insurance plan or provider. Not all plans are available in all areas. You may be contacted by an insurance agent.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
Paid for by Steelman Pills. 800-431-9102. 800-431-9102. 800-431-9102. That's 800-431-9102.
Hey, listen to this. Share Life Vacations has a special treat for you. It's a free 3-day, 2-night getaway to either magical Orlando or exciting Las Vegas. It's your choice. Absolutely no strings attached. Share Life will also include a second vacation to your choice of over 30 additional popular resort destinations. Now, we can't give everyone a fantastic prize package like this, so to make it fair, we're going to ask you a trivia question. You get it right, you'll win it all. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. This movie is about a British Secret Service agent who is frozen in time in the 1960s. Was that movie Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery? Press 1. Diamonds Are Forever, press 2. Lethal Weapon, press 3. Got it? Well, then call 855-301-8586. 855-301-8586. That's 855-301-8586.
Hi, I'm Sheldon, the owner of Solid Motor Cars. I've spent over 30 years in the retail car business. It is all about the vehicles, but more than that, it's about the people. And my team and I are proud to bring to you what we believe is the finest experience in buying a pre-owned car. With great credit, we can get super low interest rates. But if you've had some challenges, we're experts in that field, and we can get almost anybody approved. Come down to Solid Motor Cars and take a look at our vehicles. They come with a 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. So when you get a vehicle from Solid Motor Cars, you can feel confident that that vehicle is a quality, properly reconditioned vehicle that will serve you and your family for years to come. So for all your automotive needs, whether it's a new car, truck, or SUV, or if it's repairs, service, and maintenance, Solid Wheels, solid deals, solid people. Coming down to meet the crew. My name's Sheldon. I'm the owner here. I'd love to help you any way that I can.
3024 East Fremont Street, 702-820-1444.
Do you love watching television? If you're on a fixed budget, you need to make this free call right now to Dish and find out how you can get a fixed monthly price to watch all the television you want for 3 full years. In addition to a 3-year price guarantee, you can also get free monthly movie rentals. They give you 1 free movie rental every month. That's a $165 value, yours free. Plus, get free in-home tech visits, no-cost equipment replacements, a free voice remote, and you can watch commercial-free TV. Even access all your favorite apps to stream like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and more. Now is the perfect time to call Dish. Take advantage of the 3-year price guarantee. Save yourself some money, and all your equipment is free. Call right now.
800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. That's 800-586-4206.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
Now back to the Wayne Coy Show.
This final tone will be on both channels simultaneously. If you have any questions, please call the Skyview Network Operations Center at 877-503-8910. This is the test channel for Skyview Networks. Receiving this signal confirms that your receiver is working and locked to Skyview Networks carrier. Please remember to connect your receiver to the internet using one of its Ethernet ports in order to receive correct programming. The following tone is at program level on the left channel only. The next tone will be on the right channel only. This final tone will be on both channels simultaneously. This is the test channel for Skyview Networks. Receiving this signal confirms that your receiver is working and locked to Skyview Networks carrier. Please remember to connect your receiver to the internet using one of its Ethernet ports in order to receive correct programming. The following tone is at program level on the left channel only.
Do you need low-priced, quality health insurance for any reason right now? Then call myhealthinsurance.com today. We specialize in helping American workers find affordable health insurance. You can save money on dental, vision, prescription drugs, too. Our message is simple. If you want affordable health insurance for you and your family, even if you have a medical condition, call right now. Is right now the best time for you to start looking for affordable health insurance? We have hundreds of plans to choose from. With one free phone call, you can learn about an affordable health insurance plan that fits your budget. Don't wait. It's a free call. Call now.
The show on
800-876-7061.
So Sunday, all the professionals right now at the tax helpline. They are
800-876-7061. 800-876-7061. That's 800-876-7061.
MyHealthInsurance.com is owned and operated by